Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a pretty massive video. We have multiple crazy leaks to go over, and 2024 is starting to be an insane year for gaming. So since we have so many leaks to get into today, the best thing we can do is just go ahead and get right into it. So there's really no other way to say it. We have a bunch of leaks to go over today, and instead of procrastinating, let's just go ahead and get into these leaks. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would truly mean the world to me. We are well on our way to 10,000 subscribers. It's truly becoming more real by the day. So thank you so much for the support, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Please forgive me if you hear stomping upstairs. I have the worst upstairs neighbors in the history of the world. I mean, I don't know if you'll hear it or not, so please forgive me. I'm doing my best here. But recently we went over a patent from Nintendo showing off the future of the Joy-Cons, in my opinion. These things look pretty insane. You could tell there's a lot of technology going into them, and now we have another patent to go over for the same thing, but this shows even more features. And as you can see, this was published on the 30th, which is the day I'm recording this. And yeah, right away, it looks absolutely insane. As you can see, it just has so much more motion, going left and right and up to down, and I'm sure it would swivel all the way around. But there's a picture in here that just makes it look very interesting to me. And I think this starts to show it right here, like how long it actually is. Can you guys hear them? I don't understand how you don't have common courtesy living in an apartment, but apparently that's just not a normal thing for these people. But yeah, there's this picture I seen, and it basically made it look like the actual thumbstick would click down like very far, or have a longer range of motion. Okay, this is it right here. So as you can see, there's an actual arrow pointing down. So, I think I can put two and two together here. Pointing down means it can go down. But then look, this is it actually clicked all the way in. Pretty crazy. I wonder if that's going to be a huge feature, like pushing the thumbstick all the way in. Maybe you do that and it actually starts to rumble. Maybe some kind of like haptic feedback stuff, similar to the PS5 controller. But I find this very interesting. I think this looks more dipped than rounded like the Switch Joy-Con was. So if that's the case, I'll be very happy. The Switch Joy-Con, there's nothing wrong with it, but when I play my PS5 and how it's dipped in, it's a lot more comfortable. And then once it's clicked in, I feel like it has a different range of motion maybe. It just looks so crazy, but it's something so simple. Well, I don't want to say simple, I'm sure a lot of work went into this. But it's minor changes like this that I think are going to make a major difference when comparing the Switch to the Switch 2. And then here's a rectangular Joy-Con, which is not really what the Joy-Con is going to look like. I'm sure it's a placeholder. But look at the technology going into this thing. And then this looks like this might be where it actually clips on at. All this is very interesting to me, and I think we are really going to get a real look into this next Nintendo console relatively soon. But ladies and gentlemen, that's not it. We have more leaks to go over today. So this is coming from Midori. I was told a few months ago that Monolith Soft is developing a project with the codename Legacy. This project is in development with Nintendo. And then some people were thinking Xenoblade Chronicles, which is kind of what I was thinking at first. And then I was curious what games Monolith Soft was involved with, because off the top of my head, it was just like Xenoblade Chronicles. But look at this list right here. Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Xenoblade stuff, Bad and Kados, this is a GameCube game I'm pretty sure, A Link Between Worlds, and Skyward Sword, so Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So there's quite a few games in here that I didn't know they were involved with, and that just opens up the possibilities. I'm curious if this is going to be for the Switch or the Switch 2. If I had to guess at this point, I would probably say it's for the Switch 2. We do have a Nintendo Direct coming up in a few weeks, so maybe if we see some Xenoblade or maybe some Zelda, it was for the Switch, but I don't know. But I'm very excited because a new Xenoblade Chronicles game, that would be pretty cool. But ladies and gentlemen, there's even more. You're watching YouTube right now, and I'm talking about games. What happens if we put them together? Playing video games on YouTube? We're living in 2024? Is this possible? YouTube just gave users over 75 games that they can play for free. This is a new service from YouTube that's on YouTube called Playables. I'm pretty sure I covered this like a year ago in one of my videos when I didn't really have an audience yet, but I remember making it. And yeah, there's over 75 games you can play for free on YouTube. Right off the bat, I don't think I know too much of them. I know Angry Birds, Bazooka Boy, Cut the Rope, but it looks like Flash games or mobile games or something like that. But that's not bad, especially if they're free. And then if you want to look for them, it's very simple. You just go to your YouTube page and you go down here to explore, and then you click playables, and then they're right here. So like I said, they look very much like mobile games, and I think that's kind of what they're supposed to be. You gotta remember, a lot of people watch YouTube on their phone, and a lot of people actually watch shorts, so they're watching with their phone straight up and down. So I think this is more for them than anybody else. It's like, hey, you're already on YouTube, why don't you stay on YouTube? But it's cool, and I think it's something neat for YouTube to do that probably didn't take them really any work. So yeah, I don't really have a problem with this at all. The games are not great, but it's something, right? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about all this? Again, I apologize for my upstairs neighbors. If there was an award for the worst upstairs neighbors of all time, or just the worst neighbors in general, they would easily get that award. So thank you for bearing with me. One day this channel will be pretty big and I'll be able to move and we'll be able to have better videos. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you could. I'd really appreciate a follow, and you guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.